After the game starting base attack force shown in the previous video, I quickly took more bases. If these bases have no upgrades, it's not a difficult task. In the home base, you can build the 2S1 howitzers daily at a reduced price, which then fire at the bases. The necessary cannon fodder is then the AMX-13, already recommended by Studio Hoppe in the tutorial. And of course the Jarmila wheeled tanks, which you build in large numbers every day anyway, because you get gold for them, the in-game premium currency. It is important to get enough bases at the beginning to increase the group limit. Important, never lose sight of the topic energy. The speed of growth is also limited by the concrete production. Poorly developed bases would be lost just as quickly as gained. Also, the number of defense towers does not really make conquest more difficult as long as the guns are not upgraded. There are players who simply come with 10 bombers. I show here the conventional way because everybody can do it immediately without having 10,000 military points. The cheap 2S1 howitzers and Jarmila wheeled tanks can be produced in quantities by anyone. Without upgrades, these bases have no chance.
Basis erobert.
This changes dramatically when the enemy defenses have been upgraded. The picture shows an attack on a base with level 3 flak towers, whose range is as long as that of the 2S1 howitzers, so they are destroyed immediately. Against such bases, you definitely need other means. First of all, there are the M107 howitzers. They are the best choice for battles against relatively few but upgraded flak towers. With 7 of them in a group, you do 350,000 damage with each volley from a safe distance of 33 tiles. This is the maximum of flak destruction you can achieve in this game. However, each salvo consumes 7 pieces of ammunition. At a firing frequency of 8 seconds, the 20 projectiles you carry are spent in 2.5 minutes. Without ammunition, this howitzer is useless. An ammunition transporter can help. These can also be combined in groups of 7 and deliver 210 ammunition. This is enough for another 4 minutes of combat. A base should therefore fall after 6.5 minutes.
Wir sind einfach zu schwach.
This is only possible if the base does not have too many flak towers. For bases with many flak towers, level 5 or 6, the 2S7 howitzers were developed. They have an even greater range and do 225,000 damage. To do so, it requires 1,750 military points. It has more than a full group of M107. Since this unit cannot be grouped, it is legitimate to always compare it to a full group of M107. There are 2 things that stand out. It does a bit less damage, also due to the slightly higher reloading time, but of course it only needs 1 piece of ammunition. This is the ideal unit for extremely long base attacks against bases with up to 30 flak towers. Such base battles naturally require an extremely large amount of cannon fodder. Of course, I thought about how to reduce the need for cannon fodder. To do this, I always send only 1 unit to the base. As soon as it gets close to the enemy, it is destroyed before it can fire at the base itself. However, the M107 and the 2S7 are allowed to fire a volley, and on a level 4 flak in this example, they do 20% damage each time. After 10 seconds, I send the next small tank to the base and do 20% damage again. This way I need 5 casualties to destroy a flak tower, mostly independent of how many flak towers the base has. Only if there are a lot of level 6 turrets, a single tank will not be enough to trigger the fire of the howitzers. Then you have to send 2 or 3 each time. This can be a cheap AML 60. Such a base battle will of course be drawn out, and it will fail if the opponent is online and can cheerfully rebuild flags. But no player can be online always. This base had 13 flag towers in the beginning and fell after 30 minutes of combat.
Wir sind einfach zu schwach.